What's up, guys? How is Hero Toy Reviews doing another Transformer review? I did say the next two reviews were going to be Transformer related. Of course, like I said, I have a lot and a handful I haven't given their own review yet. So there probably will be plenty more than where this came from. But yeah, this figure is kind of a special figure to me. It's kind of a not only is it one of the in my opinion one of the more unique figures in my collection, it also is kind of a keepsake item because this figure was given to me by someone who is no longer here. So yeah. Without further ado, let's see who it is. And we have Thunderhoof from the Transformers RAD, Robots in Disguise cartoon, I believe, from 2015. I'm not sure. I think this figure came out in 2016. As you can see, he turned into a tractor. The first character ever that I know of to be turned, who transforms into lawn or farm equipment. So that was very, very cool. Um, on the show, he was a crime boss who was on Cybertrons, so he had like I guess maybe like an Italian type of voice, like a mobster kind of voice. Um, so that was really cool. So yeah, I really gravitated to him. He was a cool antagonist. My only gripe is that you know, I guess new characters that were introduced in that show, like Thunderhoof, I would want to see him come back. Like I think he's cool enough where he could be popular outside of just that cartoon. So it would have been cool to see him in the last one, Cybertron. It would have been cool to get him in like the Kingdom toy line. Um, but yeah, as you can see, he has Autobot. I'm not Autobot. Decepticon logo um, on his will be his chest in robot mode. Um, my only gripe, and I think that's for all of the figures. All the RAD figures had stickers as their Autobot logos instead of the logos being printed on the figures, like my Kingdom Cyclonus, for example. And that was because this series is kind of more kid friendly. It was a little bit more lighthearted. Transformers Prime, of course, was for children, but it was also more for older fans and adults because it was more dark and more grounded and a darker tone. It had its lighter moments, but for the most part, it was a more mature cartoon. So you know. So yeah, there was an app which I did play a couple years ago. I don't think it's available anymore. Where when you would buy a figure, you could scan their insignia. You would scan it, and you could play as the character in the game for maybe like a few hours. And then they had like in-game credits where you could buy the character in the game, so you can use them anytime you want, and you wouldn't have to keep scanning your figure. Like I said, it was a cool idea, I guess. So of course I played as Thunderhoof in the game. That was interesting. Um, I apologize if you guys hear my noisy birds in the background. Um, but yeah, there's a little detail. Probably can't see it. There's a little detail right here where my finger is on these two pieces. Um, yeah, on these two pieces where my finger was originally. There are some red highlights on those parts, which is nice. Um, his gun plugs in to the top of him, which is cool. Um, the gun is nice. It looks like the barrel looks like a flamethrower or something. Um, they give some people some Gears of War vibes if anyone's ever played that. So yeah, he has a cool weapon. Like I said, he rolls nicely. You can see. So yeah. Like I said, solid figure. I feel bad. I'm just kind of having him with a handful of other characters, Transformer characters who I don't have on display, just sitting um, in a container. So I do feel bad about that because he is a solid figure. But yeah, without further ado, let's transform Thunderhoof. So let's see. This figure, the transformation isn't difficult. I just kind of like, I guess because I haven't consistently messed with him. I don't really remember all the steps. Let's see. Let's see. For the most part, I used to have the box that he came in. I wish I kept it. I kept it for maybe like a couple years, and I think I'm throwing it away. Um, I have animated with this figure a few times. If you go back, I really need to archive some of my older videos. Um, yeah, if you go back, you'll see that I used him a few times. One time as a protagonist, and the other time he was an antagonist. I made him Bumblebee. The stop motion was about Bumblebee, so he was Bumblebee's rival or enemy in a video I made. But yeah, so here he is. Let's see. Oh, yeah. See the. So yeah, here he is. Like he's solid, and I might be biased because, like I said, this was given to me by a loved one, and the fact that he's my favorite color, black and blue. Um, so maybe a little bias. Let's see. There we go. So here's his weapon, which is nice. Um, let's see if I can get him to look like he's holding it two hands. Yeah, I can. Um, yeah. So like I was mentioning about the Autobot logos, that's really my only gripe that they're stickers. Because like if you were to, accidentally damage the figure or something, or if it was to get wet or something like that, the sticker would just be damaged, and then you'd have to find, an alternative like a repo label or something to replace it. That's really my only gripe. And I guess like the back, even though you're not looking at the figure, not look at the back of them. The back of them's kind of hollow. Um, see his forearms, the articulation on his upper arms are is kind of weird. Um, they kind of get in the way of his antlers, which you could kind of, yeah, you could move up. I don't know. Like I said, the ball joints look kind of weird, like the way they're arched or the way they're angled. It's not a big deal. It just makes him look a little weird. um, so this figure got a Takara version. Ignore the noise. This figure got a Takara version, and the Takara version looks more accurate to the show, which is cool. I've considered maybe trying to hunt that down because this figure he's kind of pricey, surprisingly. I think the most I saw for him was maybe like 50, $60, which I think, nah, I don't know about that. New in box, maybe 50, but anything more than like 60 is way, in my opinion, way overpriced. Actually, I think I saw the Takara for 200 on eBay, but take that as you will. Of course, I don't think that figure, any Takara figure, is worth that much money. Um, but yeah, like I said, he's solid. His face, if it comes in, I don't know how well it'll come in. He has like metallic paint on his face. He has red eyes. Um, he's just a very appealing character. Like I said, I feel bad. Oh, so mine has a little. It's always something. Mine has. It seems like mine might have a little scratch on his face. That could have just been there the whole time, and I didn't even notice. Always something. Um, but yeah, but like I said, I love this figure. He's awesome. Like I said, I feel kind of bad. He's just been sitting in a box in my closet for almost 2.5 years. Like I said, so yeah, I mentioned in my update video that um grandmother passed away around October, her and my grandfather. Um, so, you know, like I said, this is one of the many things that she had gotten me, but I was a teenager when this figure was out. So, you know, she didn't have to get it for me, but I'm grateful she did. Um, like I said, now this figure is kind of pricey, and like I said, he is a solid figure. But yeah, so Thunderhoof holds a special place in my heart because he kind of reminds me of my grandmother a little bit. Um, but yeah, so that's it for this. Like I said, this brief video. Um, will I do a brief size comparison? I guess because I have him on hand, I will show him next to Thundercracker, not Thundercracker, next to Cyclonus. So you see the quality. Of course, this is like a more collector figure, Cyclonus, um, and this is like more for uh, the younger demographic, like 13, 12, 10, 12, 13 year olds. So, yeah, but like I said, if you're interested, I recommend him. He's awesome. He's like I say, he's very different. You know, we haven't gotten a character like this before or after RAD. So, you know, I just hope he's a character that comes back. He's cool. Um, yeah, I dig him. So like I said, next video will be a Transformer uh, video review. This time on a character who I I I do excuse me, I do really like. He is one of my favorite characters. Excuse me. Unfortunately, I only have one figure of him. I do plan to get some more down the road. But this character was someone who I wish I remembered to review for Black History Month because I didn't do any Black History Month theme reviews, sadly. So this character is a late Black History Month review. So yeah, but that's it for this one, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace.